Hi, didn't see you there. Today, oh, it's just a regular day. No, it's not. It is the most important day of this entire channel's lifetime, the start of the ONI trials. My version of the AP art class, we're redoing that because that was traumatic. For me, anyway. Let's get into it. So some of you may not know this, but I was in AP art my senior year of high school, and it was the most agonizing time for me because
I was doing a lot.
That actually stunted me the most, and it was the fact that there was just so much pressure that entire year. For me, this is a redo. For you guys, it might be your first time. It also might be a redo for some of you, or you may have never even heard of AP art. If that's the case, oh, good for you, man. What is the ONI trials? What even is that? How it's gonna work, what I'm expecting from you as like a viewer, how I want all of us to interact like as a community, because I am really excited about this entire series. And I'm hoping that it allows a lot of you in the summer, you want a project to do. That's what this series is essentially. I'm hoping that this series and this video can help you start a new beginning. A huge disclaimer about this series is that you do not have to participate in every single part of it. I will be giving you guys forms to fill out so that I am aware of like what page you're on. Everybody's kind of allowed to do whatever they can. This is about self-discovery and self-growth as an artist. Okay, so essentially I'm going to explain what the ONI trials is. So for those of you who do not know what AP art is or was, it was an advanced placement class that you would take, submit like a huge portfolio to the head honchos. They would essentially evaluate it and give it a grade rating out of 5. 1 being the worst and 5 was near impossible to get. The way that I'm going to do this is essentially the same rating system, but I'm also going to give you guys a lot of input and feedback. And it's going to take 6 months, give or take a little bit, depending on how each video is released, etc. If people actually participate, blah, 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 blah. It's an art project. This series is an art project, but it feels like so much more than an art project, but to simplify it down, it is an art project. How is this going to work? How is this ginormous project that you've put together, how is it going to work? How long will it take? How many projects? What is the agony that is scheduled? Let me explain to you. So, for the ONI trials, I have a fun little layout for how it's going to work. This series is going to be 6 months long, 6 episodes that will be included, so 6 videos. A lot of resources that I will link down below for you guys just so that you can kind of see how this is going to work. The first video is this one. This is the intro to the ONI trial. The second video is going to be theories in developing your project idea. The third video is going to be thumbnailing and turning those project ideas into very rough drafts. The fourth video is going to be timelining and time management of your ginormous art project. The fifth video is going to be honestly just giving critique and maybe answering questions and stuff. That's like that video is totally optional. Like it's a question mark video because I don't even know if I'll have enough participants to do that video. You know what I mean? And then the sixth video is going to be the end cycle. So it is finalizing your pieces into a presentation and submitting them for review, critique, all of that stuff. And then the final video is just where we go over all of your guys' projects. In that final video, everybody who has participated in any way, shape, or form will be given a ONI TRIALS certification. What does this do? It makes you an elite member of the ONI TERU community. I'll explain more of what that means later in the series. I also forgot to mention that the last project will be a total of 15 artworks. How finished they are is kind of dependent on you as an artist and what you think is important for this project. We'll go over that type of stuff also later in the series. Today's goal though, today's video goal is to turn in a starter piece and have your website, portfolio website that we're all going to set up together, ready to participate in the series. This sounds very serious and sounds very daunting, but I just want you all to know that it is going to be so fun. I promise you. A really important topic is submissions. So submissions are completely optional, and every submission is going to happen 2 weeks from video post date. You will have an entire 2 weeks every single submission period, so that I have 2 weeks to receive submissions and 1 whole week to review all of your guys' submissions. And I'm actually gonna call them checkpoints. They're just like little checkaroonies on making sure you guys are doing okay and having a fun little live, laugh, love time. As far as submissions go though, I will be doing public and private reviews of artwork, so you don't actually have to expect that your artwork is going to be shown to all the people on this channel, because it won't. Not if you don't check the little box that says yeah, I want all my stuff to be shown up. Yeah, no, we're not, no. And it depends on your preference and also if it's appropriate to be shown in the video. Like if you're doing an entire project on self-harm, I'm probably not gonna show all the pieces if I might get flagged. Just a heads up. But that is not censoring you in any way, shape, or form, so you can totally turn in basically whatever, and I'll see it, I just won't always share it. End cycle submissions are actually a special review period where you turn in 5 pieces every checkpoint just to have your full 15 fully reviewed and worked out and everything by the end of the series. You will have 6 months. Summer doesn't last 6 months, guys. I know this isn't adding up, but 6 months to do 15 pieces is a lot of time. You guys can totally fast track it if you want to, if that's way too much time for you. I'll show you how you would go about doing that at the end when we are or I guess when we're setting up our website. The point of submissions or the point of checkpoints is just for commentary and advice, essentially. So this next little part is just about getting our website set up. We're gonna start by setting up a Google site, but you can also make just some random website that's way more creative than this. And I'll be walking you all through this step by step. So I'm gonna go into a little box in the corner. You like my box? Your first step on this site should be to create the site, and you're going to title it the ONI Trials. You can change this title later when we're not using it for the ONI Trials. We're going to add our first submission, comparison piece. This comparison piece is just going to show how much you've grown from this moment right here in this video to 6 months from now. After you add your first piece, add the date of completion, if you know it anyway, and the size. It can be in pixels, centimeters, millimeters, literally any size. Just make sure you put the little abbreviation in the corner so I'm not 3 feet? 3 meters? That is crazy. After you've sized it, dated it, whatever you need to do, you can explain it or title it. Step 5 that is completely optional. Customize the ever-living wazow out of your entire page. I love to see people's creativity or lack thereof on a website. It's just so fun to me. Last step, never forget to click publish. Never. Do not exit out of your site until you have hit the publish button. My site will essentially be the way that you can fast track this series so that it doesn't take 6 months for you to do all of this. My site will have essentially everything. Links, examples, explanations, how you should probably set up your site, templates, literally everything that you can probably think of. This Google site will just help you visualize and keep track of all your projects, because it can serve as a portfolio later on if like you wanted to just churn in some little things or show somebody your artwork and you're like, oof. With your site, I'll only check this if you want me to, because this site is essentially a reflection of your process, and I use mine religiously because it's extremely helpful as a visual aid. Just as much as you can optionally have me look at this site, you can also use this site completely as a submission page of how you want to submit all of your little thingies. Okay, now that we've gone through the whole website and everything, we're gonna go into how to do a submission. So exciting, am I right? This is where you are going to submit your very first piece. This is just something that you're proud of, something that you are going to be very excited to look back on to see how much growth has happened between now and in 6 months. In this Google form that I have linked down in the description, just be yourself. You know, I'm not expecting you to be super professional. I'm not expecting really anything. I love you guys, and being your most authentic self is really important. Submit at your own discretion. That's just like me going like absolutely bonkers from not knowing if I recorded this right, if I'm delusional, or if like I forgot anything, or if this video is gonna make any sense. Should I put art in here? Like, should I draw something? I don't know. But then I hear that people don't even like watch YouTube videos anymore. They just like listen to them in the background. So I'm like, what is the point? What is the point of me putting visually stimulating things out here? This is crazy. I don't know. All right, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this series and join me as we do it, because it is going to be so criminally insane. Experience the horrors. Oh my God, be serious. Okay, so